Hello, welcome back. It's been a couple months since I did a video. I've just been really busy. Warmer temperatures brings a lot more work, both professionally and at home. Um, so yeah, that's been my life. Just working away. I have been watching a fair bit of BookTube, and I'm sure I've commented on a few of your channels. But yeah, for those wondering what I was up to, that's basically what I've been doing. But I thought I'd come make a video today. I just couldn't sleep. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, and yeah, I thought I'd do a tag because I've been very kindly tagged by a few people and a couple of new people to BookTube, and so I've been feeling a little bit guilty about leaving it so long. But yeah, basically that's what I'm going to do. I've got a couple tags. The tag that I'd like to do in this video is a little literary tag by the tag making behemoth, Book Time with Elvis. This is a very, very good tag. I was very kindly tagged by Pete's Pensive, a lovely young chap, and yeah, you should definitely go check out his channel. It's very thoughtful, very intelligent, and definitely talks about books that are massively talked about on BookTube. So I always like kind of those channels. Doesn't really matter what you talk about, what kind of books you talk about, but if it's like a little bit different, I'm very much kind of suckered into those channels. But yeah, on with the questions. Number 1. Tolkien once said that cellar door is the most beautiful expression in English. What do you think is the most beautiful word or phrase in English or any language? Just going on purely English, I've very much been for a long time. I really like the word Inglenook. It's a cozy spot by the hearth. I feel like it's a very English word. I think it's roots English, but it just seems very specific. In terms of English words, I think usually the best words are the German words, just because they love their compound words, so you get these very long words that are very specific. They're usually quite good. But I'm not that massive. I'm not massively into knowing a lot of other languages, so I'll just leave it with the English. And I do think English sometimes gets a bit of a bad rep, but I do think it's a very beautiful language. I know just 'cause it's so widely spoken, either as a first language or as a second or third language, that I think people think of it as quite perfunctory these days, and just a means to get by and stuff, and just like a necessity. But it is very beautiful, and there's been some very good, beautiful pieces of literature that have been written in English, so I think it has a lot going for it. Number 2, what words in English do you find most amusing? Most of which I probably can't say on this channel, with the impressionable people and easily offended, maybe, people watching. I mean, fart is probably the most amusing word to ever exist. It's hard to say it without even having a smile appear on your mouth. So I think I'll go with fart. Number 3, have you memorized any poems in full to whip out now and then to impress your friends? No. And if you knew my friends, they would not be impressed. And it might even lead to a swift beating. Number 4, who or what do you consider to be an underrated and underappreciated author or book? A couple of crime writers that have pretty much largely been forgotten, except for a couple of reprint houses have tried to revive them, but yeah, I don't really hear people mention them. So one's the great Canadian psychological crime writer, Margaret Millar. I think probably it's literally just me and Steve Doyle who regularly talk about her on BookTube. Margaret Millar was actually married to Ross McDowell, aka Kenneth Millar, who is good, but who I enjoy, but he is not even in the same playing field. He's not the same playing field as Margaret Millar. She's just fantastic. And I think she just got recently reprinted, so she's quite easy to find. She's quite easy to find. There's like these collected works. I think there's like 4 editions. But if you don't believe me, if you could find Beast in View, read that, and come back to me. Come back to me and see if you think that she is just completely underappreciated. And the other one is, I believe he was New Zealander, but he wrote in the UK, I think from 1920s to his death in 1955. It's J. Jefferson Fargio. And I think Dorothy L. Sayers was a big fan of his. And he had a real kind of creepy wit. Very strange crime novels. I think my favourite from his was Seven Dead, which probably has one of the weirdest endings of a crime novel I've ever read, but it's definitely one to check out. And it was republished as in the British Crime Library series, so you can easily get a hold of that too, I think, nowadays. So, number 5, which book do you consider to have the best or most memorable beginning? Well, for me, there's only one. It's A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. It's so famous, so memorable, and I can't really think of any other opening to a book, but that one is pretty much in the cultural sphere of, I think, pretty much everybody. Number 6, which book title best describes your life? Cake and Ale by Seb Semple. Number 7, what was the last book you read that led to a moistening of the eyes? It might be a bit strange, but The Day of the Triffids by John Wyndham. There was just one particular scene that was just so brilliantly written, and just reminded me so much of me and my wife, and there wasn't a particularly good ending to this scene, and it really got me in the feels, and I actually had to stop reading the book at that point just because it was very effective. Number 8, when it is time to shut off this model coil and go to that big labyrinth sky, what bookish literary quote would you like engraved in your headstone? Yeah, I don't have one that comes to mind. I don't. I'm not really one big one for thinking about death or how I want to be memorialized. Personally, I've probably mainly been in the frame of mind that funerals and memorials are for the living and not for the dead. And so really, whoever has outlived me and is responsible for all that stuff can really decide for themselves. I'm Number 9, if you wrote a book and didn't want your own name, wanted to use your own name, what name would you choose as a suitable pen name? I mean, I have a very unique name, so I have in the past few years had a tendency to actually want to use my name just because it's so unique. And even my first name it's not a huge amount of Duncans in the world. However, I have used pseudonyms before. I've made music under Duncan Destruction, but I think my favourite name I ever created was Elvis Parsley, so I would probably write some sort of food-based crime novel or something under the name Elvis Parsley. And parsley, a very underrated condiment, very underrated herb. It's not just a garnish. Number 10. Many literary characters have sidekicks, henchmen. Who would you choose to be your companion on your life adventures? I mean, I've already chosen a companion on my life adventures. I have a wife. I also have a very cute dog who's just nestled into my feet right here. So, very much. They are my sidekicks. Well, not my sidekicks. They're completely my equals, if not my betters. Yeah, they're my companions in life. And yeah, I think I chose very wisely. I have a pretty beautiful life right now, and even if I'm a little bit grumpy because I'm working so much, and there's so much to do around the house. Other than that, yeah, I think this is a great tag. I'm not going to bother tagging one. It's kind of been too long since that it's round and whatever, but if you have not done this, feel free. It's a great tag, and check out Book Time with Elvis's other tags because they have all been absolutely fantastic. And so yeah, thanks for watching. See you again soon.